Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English, Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. But how many were the prophets we sent amongst the peoples of old? God in His mercy has not abandoned humanity. When He originally created mankind in the form of Adam and Eve, the first pair of human beings in the form of a man with male reproductive organs and a female with female reproductive organs, so that through this process we can get the multiplication, the perpetuation, and the survival of the species. The devil or Satan or Shaitan or Iblis or Lucifer, through his deception and his deceit, he got mankind out of paradise out of sheer envy and hatred for humanity. He was very jealous of mankind because why did God, most merciful, give so much honor and dignity to human beings that in fact he asked all the angels to prostrate to him? And so when they were taken out of paradise, the devil was sent towards hell for eternity because of the deceiving human beings, because he deceived human beings. But the devil also knows that God, most merciful, is very generous and merciful. So he's asked for a respite. He said, okay, give me a chance. I know I'm supposed to go to hell. All right, give me a chance till the day of judgment. So now he's got a chance. But during the time from now till the day of judgment, the devil, through his instruments and human beings, he is committing a great deal of evil and bloodshed on the planet Earth. But God in His mercy has not abandoned human beings. He knows that the devil is all over, left, right, front, back, all over, deceiving mankind, making them forget about God, making them have a different understanding of who God is, and making them forget about the day of judgment. So God in His mercy throughout the ages has sent more than 120,000 noble messengers and prophets for the guidance of mankind, of which 25 are mentioned in the Quran, like Noah and Abraham and Ismail and Isaac and Yusuf and Jacob and David and Solomon and Moses and Jesus and Muhammad Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sal'lam. They all came with the same identical message, which is La ilaha illallah. There is only one God, and because they all submitted their will to the supreme will, they are all Muslims. So Islam did not come with the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, nor is he the only one who came with La ilaha illallah. They all came with the same formula of La ilaha illallah, because there is only one supreme creator. A different God did not send Moses. A different God did not send Jesus. A different God did not send Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. There is only one God. And even though they came with sincerity, none of the prophets and messengers want any reward. They don't want any money. They don't want any name and fame. But yet, despite this, there are some people who will resist them, and some of them have even killed and murdered and tortured the various messengers and prophets. And never came there a prophet to them, but they mocked him. Instead of listening to the truth that the messengers have brought, the evil people or the ignorant people or the arrogant people and the soldiers of Satan or Shaitan or the devil, they mocked the various prophets and messengers, persecuted them, oppressed them, and in some cases murdered and killed them. And in most cases, we will find that the motivating reason is money, because the prophets and messengers would come with divine guidance and encourage people to hold up the banner of social justice, look after the poor, the widows, the orphans, and so on, and to never ever forget three important things. One is never ever forget that one day all of this world will come to an end, everybody's going to die. Number two, never forget that everyone will be resurrected back to life again. And number three, there is a day of judgment where the crimes that the people have been doing will be shown and they will be held accountable for their crimes. And because they did not want to hear this thing about accountability, they felt that they are above the law. They don't need someone to tell them that one day they're going to stand in court because of the crime that they have done. So we destroyed them, stronger in power than these, and thus has passed on the parable of the peoples of old. In the same way, those nations in the 21st century who have forgotten about God and who have removed God from the equation of their life, eventually they will also collapse and disappear from the annals of history. It is very evident, and history has shown, that those nations who have removed God from the equation of their life have become morally bankrupt and spiritually dead, and the rot starts from the inner cities until eventually there is no more difference between right and wrong. Crime increases, murder increases, rape increases, until eventually the entire society collapses upon itself. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.